Hey, it's Mike Sweeney with Sweeney Marketing Group. In today's video, we're going to talk about network marketing and prospecting because I know it's a subject where all network marketers at some point either had a struggle with prospecting or they're still struggling with it and they just can't get over that. It almost seems like this huge mountain sometimes about finding the right or the perfect. Sometimes we think of it as finding the perfect prospect. Like if you were, I'm not much of a fisherman, but if I was, I'd want to be at a place where when you throw out the line, you get a bite, you get a fish. You throw out the line, you get a bite, you get a fish. And far too often, I think we associate prospecting in that kind of mind frame, that we want to be able to um, just know where to go, who it is that we should be looking for our ideal or perfect prospect. And it's frustrating for people because they just can't find it, or they have a hard time finding it. And I was actually watching Greg Gomez III earlier today doing a live video. I think he was live. Yeah, he was live on. And he talked about his three criteria for identifying the ideal or the ideal prospect that you'd want to speak to. And I mean, I if you're struggling with prospecting, I mean, Greg is obviously one person that I go to for information from, especially in the network marketing industry. He's got a good background in it. He's been in it a long time. I look at people like Gavin Mountford. I look at people like Mark Harbert. I look at people like Ray Higdon. I mean, there's a bunch of them. I look at people like Eric Lofholm, who's actually not a network marketer, but he's a very good sales trainer, very good. Uh, Not just a sales trainer, but a business trainer as well. I mean, um, if that's a name that you hadn't heard before, look him up. He's actually on YouTube. He's got a YouTube channel. I think it's the Sales Champion. Check out that channel. Check out Greg Gomez. Check out Gavin Mountford. Check out Mark Harbert. If you're in network marketing, you don't know who Ray Higdon is, um, check out rayhigdon.com. But as for myself, um, prospecting, is something that I work at. And all those people I just mentioned, at some point or another, I bought something from them. And in a lot of cases, more than one thing. Because it's all around prospecting and sales and building a business, marketing, you name it. Um, the better that you can um, become at network marketing, doing prospecting, doing sales, the better your business is going to be. And it's a being in business is puts you in a place where you never stop learning. You're always growing. You're always building a better skill set, and just continually developing your mind, developing your skills, developing the things that I'm talking about you, are taking action on. And obviously, prospecting is an important part in network marketing because you got to have people to talk to. Um, so, what Greg was saying was his three things that he looks at, and because what people are trying to avoid are the tire kickers, the people that, well, have an excuse, or they just want to test the water a little bit or try something else. And it's almost like you should never, and you never should, try and convince somebody that, number one, they need your product to help them do something, or they need to join your business if they're looking to improve their life financially or just gain some time freedom or whatever it is that they're looking to do with their life. And network marketing obviously is a vehicle knowing to do that for a lot of people. And prospecting helps very much obtain and achieve a successful business in network marketing. Bottom line, prospecting, following up, and closing. Those are the three things that your business is going to be based around. So the three things that Greg was saying, let's get back to that. Number one, they got to have a need. They got to have a need to achieve something. They're looking to either achieve something financially, they're looking to achieve something either health-wise, they're looking to achieve something time-wise, more travel, they're looking to achieve something um, in their business, something. They're looking to achieve something. Okay, so that's the first thing. They got to have a need for something. They got to have a need. The second thing is they got to have a want. Okay, not only do they have to have the need, but they got to have a want to do something about that need. They have to be, um, let's say, and in particular to you when you're prospecting, they got to have a want for the benefit that your product or your service can provide to their need. Okay, they got to have the want to have the benefit that you can offer through your network marketing product or service that's going to satisfy the need that they have, you know. And the last thing, the third thing about it is they have to be willing. They have to be willing to, they've got to be willing to take action either to solve the problem they're having, or they have to be willing to take action to obtain the financial freedom that they're looking for, to eliminate. They have to be willing to get rid of the stress. They have to be willing to get rid of whatever it is that's holding them back in what they're feeling as a successful life or a fulfilling life or something that they're just not achieving, and they have to be willing to go through and put in some work and take some action to get rid of that need by wanting what you have to offer them. And that's really what your ideal prospect should be. You shouldn't have to be convincing them that they want your product. You shouldn't have to be convincing them that they need to go through specific actions to achieve it, you know. And you certainly can't tell them that they need it, because they could need a lot of things, and if they're not wanting and willing to do anything about it, it ain't going to do a darn good for you to sit there and try and convince or try and pull them onto your side, because they're not going to stay as a customer, they're not going to stay as a business builder. So they have to have a need, they have to have the want, and they have to be willing. Um, write that whole scripting process out in your messaging, and I think you'll come up with a better way of identifying the people that you need to be talking to. And I think, no, I don't think, I know that as you begin to talk to them and they start through conversation identifying their need, identifying their want, and identifying that they're willing to do something about it, now you got something that you can say, hey, I got something that may be of interest to you. Take a look at this. That's how you want to approach your prospecting. That sounds so good. I'm going to actually do a follow-up on this and show you some things that I'm working on myself, following those three criteria, following the things that all these guys that I've mentioned have been teaching me. So stay tuned. There's a subscribe button below. Hit that button. There's contact information that you can get a hold of me so that we can have some further discussion about prospecting. If you are struggling with prospecting, let's get together and let's hammer out a couple other ideas that'll help push and elevate you to become better, more confident, and taking more action in your prospecting. Thanks for watching. We'll be back again with some more information, so stay tuned.